Welcome to my studio. I'm about to start on a large watercolor, and maybe you'd like to look over my shoulder and hopefully pick up a few tips. Come on in. I went on a cattle drive down in the Hunter Valley, and I took some great shots. It was pouring rain. It was actually on Kerry Packer's property, and I got some wonderful pictures. Now, the thing with photographs is you never quite get exactly what you want. You can't pose the cows and horses, so I've got 3 here, and I favour this one. With the exception, I don't like these 2 horses the way they are, so I thought I would just use that one and take maybe this horse and put him in there. With that, I'll just sketch it out. It's a good idea to work out the design on a rough sketch like this. It helps you to become more familiar with the subject, and you can simplify and rearrange things. By loosening up your hand in this way, it prepares you for the real drawing later on. I'll get the major lines in first, and this is the line at the top of the cattle. This makes a nice design with that lovely dark sweep right across the middle of the painting there. Got to get this feeling of wetness. A very wet day with the dry as a bones. The horse very round in the rump, and down here. And you've got to be very careful with these limbs. Watch the anatomy and the proportion. Negative shapes such as that. Comes down there. Drawing horses appears to be difficult for some people, but I can assure you with practice and study it can be mastered. It's a big help if you can find some live horses and handle them. Run your hands over them, their body, their head, their legs, and you get a more intimate feeling for the shapes and the anatomy. When doodling, draw horses or parts of horses from memory. It's a challenge, but lots of fun. You'll be amazed how quickly you can get them into your subconscious. This calf, he's a great little section of action there. Painting like this demands accuracy of drawing, so I'm taking some time to get it right. Then I don't have to change my mind when I'm painting. The other horse, he can come in here like this. I always draw horses with 2 circles. It seems to put them straight into proportion for me. Now we should have the hooves hitting the ground at about the right spot. Yes, that's about it. And this one. A few cows and a few legs will come in here, fix them later. We're about to put the first washes on, and first thing I want to do is wet this paper thoroughly. I'm going to run a wash right over it, except for a couple of little white patches here, cattle faces and things like that. Basically I'm putting on a underlayer of working on the scale. You need pretty big brushes. This is a squirrel hair brush. It holds a lot of water. Get some colour into there, and I'll get a bit of Payne's Grey, which is a dye colour. It might pick up one of the colours that come after it. There we go. A hint of indigo in there, gives it a greenish look. And I'll throw in a bit of raw sienna for good measure. Now work our way down here. At this point, I'll put in a bit of warm colour just here, just starting to hint at the cattle. Oh, I went over that white face, but it doesn't matter. There we go. Well, that's wet. I want to put in a few soft dark patches. Take a bit of ultramarine blue, a bit of Indian red, and more. Now, with that, I can draw just some very dark areas there. See, you got a lovely softness there. Okay, I can wait till it dries now. I'll help it along a bit with the hairdryer. I'll get a variety of colour into this horse. Being so wet, there's a lot of reflected light there. Right, so I'm putting in this horse very strong so that it'll stand out against the background. Now, trying to get that shining light because of the wet coat of the horse. It's very wet. It picks up the grey lights from the sky, even though it's so dull. Now I'll try and define the bottom of that coat a little. Just a bit of a white out there. That does it. Just strengthen up these areas a bit. Alright, the other horseman. Under the hat is very dark. Now, the horse has a certain amount of blue on him there. That's reflected light. Trying to draw the shape and the anatomy of the leg as I go down. That's it. I'll add some darks in there while it's wet. Down in there. Down in there. Now this leg, this is his foreleg, and it's very dark. Making it darker like that gives it distance. There we are, one more horse. I'll come back after it's dry and put more detail into that, but that's as far as I can go. Now, I'm just being a bit careful here, getting these shapes of legs and various bits and pieces. Now, this one's a very dark little critter. Now I've got this horseman in here, and Same thing, he's swallowed up in the mist. So we'll have to treat him very delicately. Let these washes overlap a bit. You can't follow the edge of an existing wash, it looks odd. I'm going to run another wash down over this sky area just to darken it slightly and graduate it into the mist above the cup. Payne's grey, a little bit of indigo. Now it gets quite intricate here. I want to dive around these hats and leave highlights on there and on there. Same here. Now from here on it's just practically clear water to get that misty effect. Now that wash can graduate out and become warmer and softer. I'm just going to put in these background hills here, which are very misty, very soft due to all the rain. So they'll be just gently indicated. A bit of rough brushwork there, and gets a broken edge. Okay. Now this tree is closer, so it's a bit stronger, a little bit warmer in colour. I'll just leave a few bare patches there for water reflecting. A little bit of splash and splatter. After all, it is a rainy day. Put a bit of variety into the dog's life. With a bit of colour. I want a rough edge. That's where the flat brush comes in. I'm just suggesting the dog's legs with a flick of the brush. That's the road leading away in the distance.